After having their first game postponed earlier this season, these two I-57 rivals finally got a chance to square off on the diamond. Eastern Illinois traveled to the U of I last night for a non-conference game between the rival schools. Although their records this season are drastically different, the Panthers managed to hang around all game due to stout pitching and great defense like this diving catch in center field by Caleb Howell. Down 3-2 in the ninth now, the Panthers got two aboard as Brant Valek singles through the right side. That would be it, though, as the Panthers tried to rally, but Illini closer Tyler J. strikes out Trey Russell to end the rally and the game. 3-2 is the final as the Panthers return to action on Friday, playing at home against Belmont. First pitch is at 3. And as the Panthers baseball team continued its woes this season, Eastern softball team was stunned on their home diamond by the Butler Bulldogs. Before yesterday's doubleheader, the Panthers had ripped off 11 straight wins. After the twin bill, the Panthers found themselves on a 2-game losing streak. Yesterday's action proved how airtight softball can be as the Panthers lost the first game 1-0 and the second 6-5. The Panthers committed an error in both losses, proving very costly against Butler's potent offense. EIU now prepares for a 3-game set against Austin Peay this weekend, as it will be the final series the Panthers play at home in this regular season. Former Eastern Illinois quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo will soon be packing his bags and heading to the Radio City Music Hall. Garoppolo is one of 30 prospects invited to the NFL draft in New York City May 8th through the 10th. The NFL typically invites those considered to go in the first round, but the league changed some of its guidelines this year, even though there is a chance that Garoppolo goes in the first. Former teammate Nick Beard says he looks forward to seeing his friend on the big stage next month.
As far as numbers-wise, he broke every record at Eastern, even FCS record. So, he's a humble kid, and he always works hard. He's an overachiever.
South Carolina defensive end Jadeveon Clowney, Texas A&M quarterback Johnny Manziel, and UCF quarterback Blake Bortles highlight the list of players headed to New York City for the draft. All three are top candidates that could be selected by the Houston Texans with the #1 overall pick. Today marks the 100-year anniversary of Wrigley Field as the Cubs squared off with the Diamondbacks on this historic day in one of the original sanctuaries of Major League Baseball. Dressed in the old-school unis for the occasion as Chris Owings grounds to the shortstop here for the fielder's choice in the second, bringing in 1 run on the close play at first. In the 5th now, the Cubby faithful sing happy birthday to their beloved ballpark. Next inning now, where Justin Ruggiano tees off for a 2-run homer to right. 5-2 Cubs at that point. But the celebration turned sour late in the game, though, as the Diamondbacks roared back with 5 runs in the 9th to steal one from Chicago. 7-5 is the final as the teams will wrap up the 4-game series tomorrow afternoon at Wrigley. After going down 2-0 in the series, the Chicago Blackhawks have a chance to even it up tonight against the St. Louis Blues. The series has been controversial, as many imagined, between these two conference rivals, with suspensions, overtime thrillers, and fines handed down along the way. Expect Chicago's scoring tandem of Patrick Kane and Jonathan Toews to join the same line tonight, a tactic coach Joel Quenneville has used in the past to jumpstart the Blackhawks offense. We'll see if the Hawks can even the series or if the Blues can take command of it tonight at 8:30 from Chicago. And finishing up sports tonight with some area high school boys to watch out for. The Charleston Trojans travel to St. Anthony for a non-conference game that started at 4:30 today, and the Mattoon Green Wave are at home against the Robinson High School. First pitch came at 5 today as well. Sports Watch will have a full report for both games on tomorrow's edition. That's all for sports. Savannah, Maggie, back over to you.
Thanks, Jack.
All right. Well, thank you, Lacey. And for more news and weather, head to our website. That's WEIU.net.
There you'll find real-time forecast and the news video of the day.
And if news is happening in your community, let us know by dropping us an email at news@WEIU.net.
Have a good night and join us again tomorrow here on the area's only local newscast on PBS.